For me, if you're winning golden boots, but your team are finishing 7th, that says a lot about the team and nothing about you. He scores headers, he sets up goals, he scores left foot, right foot, he can score perfect hat-tricks. He has it all.
Harry Kane is now...
Who is Lukaku playing with and who's Harry Kane playing with?
Great.
This is ridiculous.
Joe presents In Defence Of, brought to you by Betball.
Yes, people, Stevo the Madman here, and welcome to In Defence Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball. I invite some of my friends down to the studio with a football topic they feel passionate about, whether it be Raheem Sterling's the greatest winger the Premier League's ever seen, or Frank Lampard's better than Steven Gerrard. They have their say, I'll have mine, and eventually, maybe, they might make me change my mind. Now, stepping into the away end today is somewhat of a football nemesis to me, but I also call him my younger brother in the game. It's the annoying Spurs fan, Craig Mitch.
How are you, bro?
Yes, G. We'd see that sort of stuff right there, bro. How are you, my friend?
I'm fantastic.
Really?
I know, as a Spurs fan, I shouldn't
Exactly.
be, but life's great. So, you know, we move.
On a personal level, you're doing all right, doing all well.
Yeah, man, I'm healthy, I'm working, I'm grinding, so I'm good. It's just I wish Spurs would, you know, make my life much better.
So obviously you're mentioning Spurs, so I'm taking it. The topic you want to talk to me about today is Spurs related.
So I thought it only makes sense for me to talk about one man.
Okay. I know.
Harry Kane MBE, the man himself. My debate today is that he is still, by far, the best striker in the Premier League.
The
Who
fact
cares?
that you've had to put MBE at the end of his name just to spice it up
Hey,
a
I
little
didn't put
bit.
it there. The Queen put it there. Shout out
Jesus,
Elizabeth.
bro. Obviously, you can see the podiums.
Yeah.
We've got the away podium, the home podium. You get up to 1 minute to stand on the podium. Just tell me what points you're going to bring to the argument.
Right.
And then we'll come back here and we'll hash it out.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. You know,
Ready
we
to
get
do
that.
this?
But been ready.
Okay, my G.
Let's go.
Weak argument. No, let's go.
Harry Kane is easily the best striker in the Premier League right now, today, for a number of reasons. First of all, he's the most recent Golden Boot winner, and he got top assister in that league as well. Yeah, I know he beat De Bruyne and you know, Bruno, but we'll forget about that. Let's stick to striking. Most recent Golden Boot winner. He's won 3 of them in his time in the Premier League, and we can go 4 Golden Boots if we include the World Cup one. How many strikers in the Premier League right now have won a World Cup Golden Boot? Oh, okay, not many. How many in life have won a World Cup Golden? Okay, not many. But let's stick to the Premier League. He's got 166 goals in 245 games for Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs finished 7th last year and he got a Golden Boot. He's the most complete striker in the league. He can score left foot, right foot, headers, tap-ins, outside the box. He creates for other people. He sees the bigger picture. But the most impressive thing about Harry Kane is his footballing brain. His football IQ, it's above anyone else's. He understands the game. He can draw a foul if he needs to. He can create space for other people if he needs to. He can just pop it from 30 yards. We've seen him score from the halfway line before. What can't this man do?
You made some good points, Craig. Very good points. In fact, it reminded me of an episode of Back to the Future. Because you're talking about Harry Kane won this back then. He might win this then. Listen, let me tell you why he's not the best striker in the Premier League right now. Start the time. Reason number 1, Lukaku. When Romelu Lukaku is in the league, and he is the most complete player, by the way, he's got strength, pace, he scores, he comes with accolades, and he's at a team that's going to provide for him. So for me, he's probably going to finish with more goals than him. So that's one player. Then you've got Mo Salah. The geezer is actually winning trophies. That's something Harry Kane needs to do for him to have the accolade that you're trying to give him. He scored over 100 goals in 168 games. The ratio is crazy. Not to mention Cristiano Ronaldo, the actual GOAT. But my main reason why I don't think Harry Kane is the best in the Premier League, best striker in the Premier League right now, is because he's stale at Tottenham. He needs to leave. After not going to Man City, it's done his head a madness, bruv. He's acting like Alice in Wonderland, bruv. He's cuckoo. Trust me, bro. And for that reason, I don't think he's ever going to be the Harry Kane that we saw. He's done. But let's talk about it, bro. Look me in my eyes and tell me you genuinely believe he's the best Premier League striker now.
For me, I need to go by who won the Golden Boot last year most recently, before 4 or 5 games ago.
I get that.
That was Harry Kane. There's no point me crowning someone else right now because in 3 games from now, 4 games from now, they could go on a goal drought and Harry Kane could score 4 in a row. So we got to go by who's the most recent Golden Boot winner, and that is Harold Kane.
now.
Right now,
Matt,
yes.
I'm going to hit you with a stat, right? And I'm not really a stat man, you know this, yeah?
Yeah.
But we talked about the first 4 games and Golden Boot and all of this. Did you know that this time last year, Harry Kane had 19 shots, scored 4 goals already, right?
Yeah.
As I say, I'm not a stat man.
Yeah.
But this season, there was a game that got recorded, and it's the first time in Harry's career in Spurs colours that he's played 90 minutes and not had a shot at goal. Does that worry you, bro? Not only that, he didn't even have a touch in the opposition's box, bro.
That's got nothing to do with how good he is.
So you're talking about the Golden Boot from last year, but let's talk about now. There's
Yes.
players that are right now are doing mad things, bro, under pressure.
In better teams.
Lukaku,
in
this whole
way
team, bro.
better
If you go back
teams.
3 years, bro, your team was sick.
We're not in
You had a
3
better
years,
squad.
bro. You
No,
just
but-
said we're in 2021.
Okay,
Why are you talking
well
about 3
done.
years
Well
ago?
done for pulling it up, because now you want to talk about him breaking records in the future. But
Well,
you wanna
who
talk about
breaking records in the future? What are
Harry
you talking about?
Kane. Do you think he's going to break the Shearer record?
He'll definitely finish number 2. Definitely finish number 2. He's overtaking Wayne Rooney.
No, bro.
He will.
I don't know.
He will. It
Mo
doesn't matter. He
Salah
will.
is still playing, and
Salah's
scoring
not breaking the
loads, bro.
record. It's not.
Doing that from the wing.
Steve-O, it's been 5 games
And
in the
it's been the
season.
Euros,
It's
Craig.
been 5 games, but he got 4 goals in the
come on,
Euros.
Craig.
And when it came time to step up and take a penalty, when it was pressure, he scored his. Can't say the same for all of the
I'm
other
not
players.
saying-
Harry Kane is still the best, and I'll explain to you why. Like I said, if even Harry Kane right now, if he's playing in that Chelsea team, he's doing more than Lukaku. These are hypotheticals, obviously.
I know they are. Just like,
But he's doing more
Jamie
than
Vardy
Lukaku.
didn't need to play in a better team
Is
to win the
Lukaku
league.
going to bat it up in this Spurs team? This exact Spurs team with this manager?
I'm not even being an idiot now. I think he might, bro.
Yeah, okay. Okay. You're talking about form. What was my question? Who's the best on form, or who is the best in the Premier League right now?
I just want to do ability.
That is
then.
my
I still don't-
question.
So if we're doing just ability, bro,
Yes.
yeah, should we?
We're not doing just ability. You're trying to frame it
I'm
like that.
so mad
We're
now, 'cause I
doing
don't know if it's
everything.
ability, if
we're
it's
doing
form.
we're doing everything. Everything in one. Harry Kane is the best striker in the Premier League, and in world football, the only striker that can really chat him is Robert Lewandowski. That is
Lukaku.
it. And no.
And Haaland.
If Lukaku bads it up in this season, if he bads it up,
which he's doing right now.
yeah,
You step
5
through the door
games
saying
in.
right now.
5 games in. 3 games ago, Spurs were top of the league. I was shouting at it about everyone. Top of the league. Oh, we're top of the league. Where are Spurs now? This man is driven by a desire to be the best. It's not money. It's not fame. It's not clout. That a lot of these footballers like, no names. He ain't doing all the madness around it. This man is solely focused on being the best.
Do you think, before that even happened, do you think it was a bit out of character, him walking around a golf course with Gary Neville? This is a different Harry Kane.
It's not there. It's not.
No?
It's not. It's just him realizing.
Him not turning up, sorry to interrupt, him not turning up for was it 2 days? There's a number of days he didn't turn up.
He didn't turn up for training.
For
and then
training.
the first 2
is
games.
that not out of character?
No.
So for Harry Kane, what?
No.
You're chatting.
I'm not chatting. I'm not.
You are.
We can swear on this.
If Paul Pogba doesn't turn up, or Paul Pogba tries to force a move, it's a madness, bro. So this guy's
Madness with who? Madness with who?
With everyone in football.
See, I don't care about newspapers and the media and people.
You are the media, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't care about the newspapers and this narrative that mainstream media like to portray of footballers. And that's the problem. Football fans get caught up in that too much. Harry Kane's portrayed as the great white hope. Pogba's portrayed as... I don't get involved in those mixed up narratives. We don't know what Harry Kane would have done in the past because he's never been in this circumstance before. He tried to be loyal to a club that he came through. Gave him more years than really he should have because he thought it was going somewhere, and it's gone pear-shaped. The manager he came up under, Pochettino's long gone. He's working with Messi, Mbappe, Neymar and these guys. The second manager that came in, he's now gone, Jose Mourinho, and then they made his best mate, who was never even close to him in terms of ability, no offense, Ryan Mason, his manager. That is an absolute show in my eye.
Because all of that...
I want to be out as well.
And because all of that, Harry Kane is now... I believe he needs to leave Spurs.
Yeah.
And that will take him forward. Do you think that?
100%. But I don't think that takes away from how great he is now because he hasn't
But you just
done
said
that
100%.
yet.
If it's not 100%, you would
No,
have said
but he
75%
needs that-
or
no,
something. You
he
just
needs-
100% agreed with me.
He needs the accolades because you don't want to finish your career as the greatest Premier League striker that never won anything. No one wants that tag. He don't want that tag. When you watch The Last Dance, that's going to put a fire in your belly because you saw Jordan was at the Chicago Bulls for years, didn't win anything throughout the whole 80s, boom, got the right pieces of the puzzle, and then won 6 in 7 years championships. Unfortunately, Harry Kane was waiting around at Tottenham Hotspur for the pieces of the puzzle to fall into place. Hasn't happened.
He needs to go.
Yes, to win
And
things.
you wouldn't think he's a Judas, a snake, if he did go.
Why would I think no? He's been at Spurs for years. He tried everything. For me, if you're winning golden boots, but your team are finishing 7th, that says a lot about the team and nothing about you. Let me ask you this.
Go on.
If you could take one striker in the Premier League on top form, who are you taking?
See, Craig. And I think that's the argument one right there, because you just said it. If you could take a striker
But my argument
on
is-
top form, you had to put that in because you know he's not on top
but it's
form,
not even
Craig.
that. Yeah, but that's
Go on, sorry.
obvious. But my argument isn't who is the best striker on form. I came into you and said that my argument in defence of is Harry Kane is the best striker in the Premier League right now.
Okay.
So if you take all of them, whoever you think is the best and whoever I think is the best, who are you taking? Tell me the striker you're taking.
Honestly.
You're Pep. They got to sign a striker. Aguero's left.
Yeah.
You could take one striker in the league to lead your line at Man City. Who are you taking?
Lukaku.
So why didn't Man City go for Lukaku?
I don't think he wanted to go. I think he had his mind.
Lukaku didn't want to go Man City.
No, not when he stood up in Stamford Bridge when he was 11 years old.
No, it's because they weren't in for him.
Saying he's going to win the league.
Because they weren't in for him, bro. The 3 top strikers in world football right now, number 9s, in any particular order, Harry Kane, Lewandowski, and Haaland. Lukaku weren't in the combo.
Harry Kane can't
But he
score
ain't
5 and have a
Drogba.
great season.
What are we... Where's this argument gone, Stevo? What are you talking about here? Let me talk about Harry Kane. I could go with stats for Harry Kane forever because the stats weigh in my favour.
I've gone with stats, Chris. Sorry,
Hold on.
I've gone with stats and you've tried to dismiss that. I've gone with mentality. You tried to dismiss that.
What mentality?
What's going on right now?
How can you go
Bruv, he
against
walks
Harry
on the
Kane's
pitch.
mentality? How could you go against Harry Kane's mentality?
He doesn't want to be there. He's despondent. He doesn't
You're
want to be
speaking
there.
about 2 games in a 38 game
That's
season.
all I can
my
talk
God.
about is the now, Craig.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can actually use your mind and go, actually, Harry Kane's been in the Premier League for 6-7 years now, and we're having a discussion about best in the Premier League. So what you're doing is eradicating 6 years of hard work that Harry Kane's put in. I could link you in November and he could be top scorer.
Come back, please. Come back.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, you're better than this. 3 games, hold on. And we were talking about 3 Premier League games. This guy scored for England, he scored in the League Cup, he scored in the Europa, he scored this season. You're going on like he's just down tools. This is the narrative you're making out. You're pushing that media narrative like he's despondent, he's not even playing. Well, then how's he still scoring goals? Because you got players that have...
Media narrative.
You got players, hold on. You got players like Lacazette and some of these other strikers in the league, like, that are actually haven't got all the drama or politics going around and they still need penalties to get their goals.
Do you think Harry Kane will score more than Salah, Lukaku this season?
No.
No. Because I didn't even mention the other person I was going to mention, the one that you seem to be forgetting. So you're trying to say, oh, the last 6 years, you're writing it off. Ronaldo. Jeez,
Ronaldo?
bro.
What about him?
Ronaldo's in the league.
Yeah, he's incredible.
He's in the league.
Stevo, Harry Kane is
Will he score more than Ronaldo?
No, probably not. And I'll tell you why. Harry Kane is playing for Tottenham Hotspur, my club. We've got a new manager who needs to implement what he's doing. Literally just came in this summer. He was like 9th choice, by the way. Got to be real. He's playing around players that are not as good as the players in the Chelsea team, in the Liverpool team. That Liverpool team have won Champions Leagues, Premier League titles. This Man United team, on paper, I mean, if Conte had this team, they'd probably win the league.
Crazy.
Sorry, Ollie.
Crazy.
If Harry Kane was playing under Tuchel in that Chelsea team, golden boot, it's not a discussion. Man City team, if he got that move, golden boot, it's not a discussion. Man United, golden boot, not a discussion. You know this, I know this. Anyone with a brain can put that together. Everyone knows if he went Man City, it's not a discussion. He scores from outside the box, he scores headers, he sets up goals, he scores left foot, right foot, he can score perfect hat tricks. He has it all in his locker. He's the most complete forward. His football brain is stronger than all of their football brain. He knows the game inside out. He sees it from a 360 angle. Maybe not Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
No, maybe not Cristiano Ronaldo, but we're talking about like a GOAT player.
And what you've said there, Craig, to me, and I've listened and I've taken it in, used my brain.
Eye test.
What you've said there is Harry Kane can only be the best if he goes to a top team.
No, I didn't say. When did I say that? I just said that he got golden boot and top assister playing in a team that finished 7th. Your man can't do that. Your boys can't do that. It's not possible. Sorry. Ronaldo at Spurs doesn't get golden boot. He doesn't. Lukaku at Spurs does not get golden boot. He just doesn't. I know that doesn't happen. That's why Harry Kane's different. That's why if a man can get a golden boot playing for Spurs that finished 7th and are in Europa Conference League, what can he do if he's playing at the champions Man City, where Kevin De Bruyne is putting it on a 5 pence every single game, or Gundogan, or Foden, or Mahrez, or Grealish, the ball's at his feet. At Spurs, he has to come deep because these playmakers just ain't got the wherewithal to go, where is he?
I remember when Falcao went Chelsea and we said the same thing. And when he went United, we said the same thing. We say this, if you go there and you put that puzzle with that, guaranteed. When Hazard goes Real Madrid, sometimes, Craig, it doesn't work like that.
Okay. So you think he'd go Man City and be a flop, Harry Kane?
I think this Harry Kane, and I don't know if it's because of not going to Man City.
You do know
but
that.
This Harry Kane.
You do know that, but it's your narrative.
This Harry Kane.
Suits your narrative on this show.
Man City have dodged the bullet.
He thinks this Harry Kane that's played 3 games in the Premier League games in the season might not be able to do it at Man City, where he's happy earning about 400 grand a week, and Kevin De Bruyne is going, here, bro.
Okay.
Here, bro.
I don't
every
talk
game.
hypotheticals anyway. I'm talking about now. This Harry Kane that didn't go to Man City, that's playing with his head droopy down low, all of that.
You
balls
would
hanging out of
do
his
that.
shorts.
You
No,
would
bro.
do that.
Not if I'm the Harry Kane that
you
says
would
you're
do that
comparing.
if Oliver Skip and Højbjerg was behind you, putting the ball in row Z.
Not if I had a good attitude. Craig, have you changed my mind? Bro, the point you made about Harry Kane finishing 7th, but still getting the golden boot, incredible. And I thought, he's right there. But then something popped up and said, what about Aubameyang? He done that too. And you're not saying that he's the greatest in the Premier League, are you?
But you said it with Vardy and Mane, that golden boot.
I'm not talking about them. But anyway, therefore, bro, I'm going to be honest, you haven't changed my mind.
Listen, you can show a horse the well, but you can't make it drink the water, people. That's it. All I could do is just,
I thought it was a donkey.
He doesn't. Nah, horse.
Was it horse?
I should have said donkey for you. Yeah, you could show a donkey, but,
We want to know what you think about what we've been talking about. Make sure you get in the comments, engage, and let us know what you're saying. I've been Stevo the Madman. This has been In Defense Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball.
You've been watching In Defense Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball.